Hello and welcome to Bauchi in Focus on Trust TV, your weekly roundup of major development shaping the state, from governance and infrastructure to education, health, agriculture and security. We take a deep dive into the issues that matter most across Bauchi state. I am Ibrahim Ismail. Let's get into the top stories. The Bauchi state government has distributed 186 vehicles to newly created emirates, chiefdoms and district heads as part of effort to strengthen traditional institutions and deepen grassroots governance across the state. Governor Bala Mohammed presided over the distribution ceremony held at Dr. Rilwanu Suleiman Square, Government House, Bauchi, describing the gesture as more than a routine exercise. A total of 186 vehicles were distributed, including 14 GMC vehicles, 14 Toyota Hilux trucks, 14 buses, and 144 Toyota Camry cars allocated to the district heads. Take a look.
Riders to the right path, the path of Joseph and their highway. Let people out or those who go astray. Now, around him, distributing this GMC vehicles to the Royal Highnesses, including appointed or active areas to the benefit of the Emirates and themselves and the glory of God.
Mismanagement of these resources is a serious offense and will not be tolerated. I therefore urge all emirs and the chief to establish transparent, accountable and prudent financial management systems within their emirates. Proper record must be kept, expenditure must be justified, and where possible savings should be encouraged. You do not build strong institutions by spending everything you receive. You build them by managing wisely and saving for tomorrow. And I'm happy to say most of our old emirates have developed the culture of saving. His Royal Highness the Emir of Bauchi, His Royal Highness the Emir of Katagum, they have a lot of reserve and I'm very proud of them because they are financially sound and independent. Royal Highnesses, one of the enduring strengths of the traditional institution is closeness to the people. You live among them. You understand their realities, their pains and their joys. You share in their joys and their challenges. It is for this reason that I must strongly emphasize that you must remain present within your domains as you have been doing since I came on board. You cannot provide effective leadership from a distance. You cannot earn the trust of your people without living among them. I therefore call on the emirs to ensure that they reside within their domains. District heads and villages remain present at their respective jurisdictions and regular tours conducted across the communities.
To support them in that regard. That is why we are here today, to witness the official distribution of the official vehicles of their Royal Highnesses and to our district heads. The distribution of these vehicles is a practical demonstration of His Excellency's respect for the traditional institution, and a thank you for their unwavering support, wisdom and prayers for the peace and stability of our state.
All the leadership is a burden, but you make it look like a breeze when it comes to supporting the traditional schools. We thank you for never being tired of delivering on your promises. While others may see traditional institutions as relics of the past, you see us as a partner in the progress of the future. I more specifically highlight Your Excellency's extraordinary vision for our welfare. Not only are you providing these magnificent vehicles today to ensure our new leaders are mobile, but you have also given us your word of the construction of new houses for them to provide both the horse and the stable in one breath. It's a testament to your deep-rooted respect for our heritage. We thank you in advance for these upcoming policies. We are truly building a legacy that will house generations to come. To our new colleagues, you are welcome to the fort. We must have performed so many special prayers to be appointed at such a golden hour. You are joining us at a time when the governor is graciously working to review our nominations.
Governor Bala Mohammed of Bauchi State has raised concern over the ongoing removal of railway sleepers along rail corridors in Alkaleri and Tafawa Balewa local government areas of Bauchi State. The governor expressed concern after observing the activities of contractors reportedly removing the sleepers while traveling to Alkaleri local government area on a condolence visit. He directed the Chief of Staff to write to the Federal Ministry of Transportation seeking clarification and expressing worry that national assets in the state are being dismantled without consultation. Here is the story.
When I came across this very unwholesome development, where some railway sleepers have been carted and put with the aid of the police and civil defense, and our youths were asked to remove them from the rail line and put them in trucks and they are lined up. So I'm surprised because I've been getting information that such things have been done. So I spoke to a commandant of the civil defense Bauchi State, and he told me there is a letter from the federal government to remove the railway sleepers and the rail along this corridor. I'm really surprised. So, but since the commandant has confirmed to me, I intend to write to the federal authorities, that is the Ministry of Transport, if this is what they are going to do to destroy the railway line. And I understand that they are just selling them out because they are not supposed to be removed on the rail. They are supposed to be there. But certainly, it is an eye-opener, and you can see the rails and the sleepers inside this truck, and there are about 3 or 4. This is how our national assets have been carted and destroyed. Huge amount of monies have been spent by the federal government, and you can see the connivance from the top to the bottom. Definitely, I'm not going to keep quiet. I'm going to write to the federal authorities to find out what is happening. Are we abandoning this portion of the country, the rail line that is bringing a lot of cushion to the transport needs of the people, especially the agricultural goods and services? Or what are we saying, that we are cutting away all these national assets and they are being taken to Abuja supposedly?
The Bauchi State government has clarified that the recent restrictions on commercial motorcycle and tricycle operators alongside temporary closures of some cattle market are part of effort to curb rising criminal activities across the state. The governor made the clarification after a Security Council meeting involving heads of security agencies, traditional rulers, and other relevant stakeholders held at the Government House, Bauchi. Speaking on the ongoing military actions against bandits in Alkaleri local government area of the state, the governor revealed that a temporary surrender window has been opened for fleeing bandits following successful operations that dismantled their camps at Madam Forest and neighboring border communities in Bauchi State. Take a look.
And by the time we suspended it really worked because the security agency said it really chokes them. And for the motorcyclists and their activities, we have an executive order already in place. Right now what we are doing, we are even going to profile even the motorcycle dealers to know to whom are they selling chunk of motorcycles. Because that's what they use for their logistics, for their movements. They go on thousands of motorcycles. I told you hundreds and thousands of motorcycles have been destroyed by the security forces. And the area is about, how many kilometers? About 500 kilometers radius. And so they cannot traverse this on land. They use, and it's a hard terrain, what they use are motorcycles. And the motorcycles are normally supplied through Bauchi State, Gombe State, Taraba State, and Plateau. On our own end, we'll be able to monitor. We know our motorcycle dealers, and they should be able to tell us how many motorcycles they have sold and to whom. And now we are not going to allow it to go unregulated. As for the riders, we have discussed with the union. Most of the people run away from other states where there are laws that were established to regulate the activities of motorcycle and keke napep. They should not go beyond 6 or 7. I know it is going to give some difficulties, but it's been implemented in other states because criminals use those periods to move around. And so we have stopped that, and it is just in the interest of the general public.
You are watching Bauchi in Focus on Trust TV, your weekly roundup of major development in Bauchi State. The program continues after this short break. Welcome back. As political realignment continues ahead of the 2027 general elections, Bauchi State Governor Bala Mohammed has announced the collapse of their political discussions with the ruling All Progressives Congress APC, confirming that negotiations have been formally brought to an end. The development follows a recent meeting between the governor and leaders of the APC, who invited the governor and other elected officials to consider joining the ruling party at the national level. Speaking to journalists in Bauchi, the state chairman of the PDP, Samaila Adamu Bruga, said the governor and PDP stakeholders participated in the talks with a commitment to inclusiveness and constructive engagement throughout the discussion process. Take a look.
To the good people of Bauchi State, we wish to clarify that the initiative for these discussions comes from the APC. His Excellency graciously opened out of respect for the eminent personalities involved and in keeping with his commitments to dialogue and inclusiveness. The governor, the PDP, and the people of Bauchi State participated in the engagement in good faith. That the conditions collectively advanced for such political alignment were not accepted by the APC leadership. In line of this, we want to announce that the discussions has not yielded a conclusive outcome and is hereby or are hereby formally discontinued.
The office of the Bauchi State First Lady extends its heartfelt congratulations to Her Excellency Dr. Aisha Bala Muhammad, Sarauniyar Bauchi, on the conferment of a prestigious award by the Nigerian Association Tyne and Wear, United Kingdom. The award ceremony, which took place on Saturday, 18th April 2026 in Newcastle upon Tyne, Northeast England, brought together dignitaries including members of the Nigerian community in the United Kingdom. The award ceremony was held to celebrate outstanding Nigerians making impactful contributions to society. Take a look.
Ladies and gentlemen, Her Excellency Ambassador Dr. Aisha Bala Muhammad.
Husband, Senator Bala Muhammad Kauram Bauchi, who is now the Executive Governor of Bauchi. I have the reason why I say so. So many of you doesn't know my history and how I started to become a graduate and to become the founder of Al-Mihibba Foundation and today Al-Mihibba Open University. I've never been to primary school in my life. When I was in my parents' house, I wanted to study to become a doctor. At that time, our people are not allowing girls to go to school. So after my marriage, I'm lucky to have my husband who was educated. He studied English, and most of my friends or his friends' wives are all educated. Then after my 3 children, they are all in the school, I asked him, why can't you get me a lesson teacher at home so that I can start studying, learning A, B, C, D with my children? Then he agreed for that. He brought me a teacher. That is the beginning. I studied with her for a year, 2 years, then I pursued a secondary school in Abuja, Garki. At that time, they are not accommodating a housewife. They told me I have to behave like a children. I said, no problem, I will be there. So at times, teachers can come and ask us, bend down, go under the desk, go under the table, be like a goat. I want you to, so I'll do that.
On a sad note, Governor Bala Mohammed of Bauchi State has paid a condolence visit to the district head of Al-Qaleri, Alhaji Bala Mohammed, over the demise of Hajia Fatima, who died at the age of 8 years. The governor, accompanied by his deputy Right Honorable Awal Jatau and other senior government officials over the weekend, visited the district head at his residence, where they were received by the family members and sympathizers. Speaking during the visit, Governor Bala Mohammed described the late Hajia Fatima's death as a great loss to her family and the Al-Qaleri community, noting that her life was marked by humility, compassion, and service to humanity. On security, Bauchi State Governor Bala Mohammed has received the General Officer commanding the 3 Division of the Nigerian Army, Major General Eyitayo Foluso Oyinlola, on a courtesy visit at the government house in Bauchi. The GOC, who is based in Jos Plateau State, is in Bauchi following directives from the Chief of Defense Staff to take over military operations in Al-Qaleri local government area, which recently experienced security breaches. The visit highlights renewed effort by the armed forces to restore peace in the affected communities. Governor Bala Mohammed commended the prompt response of the presidency and the military high command, describing the intervention as a clear demonstration of the federal government's commitment to protecting lives and property. The governor noted that Bauchi State had enjoyed relative peace before the recent bandit attacks in Mansur, Digare, and Yalo communities of Al-Qaleri local government area.
I was pleasantly surprised at the prompt response of His Excellency Mr. President, Commander-in-Chief, President Bala Ahmed Tinubu, when I met him on our travels at the Mansur Al-Qaleri local government and surrounding villages up to my own hometown. It was overrun by some bandits, and you can see the response is practical. The Chief of General Staff, the GOC, General Officer Commanding, and all the officers, through the instruction of the Chief of Army Staff, are here. And already the brigade commander has been briefing me on the arrangements to make sure the place is cleared. And I came to express my gratitude to the President and the Chief of Army Staff, and indeed the GOC and all the military high command for their robust response. And I'm very satisfied and glad with the arrangement they are doing so far. And I have briefed them on some of the kinetic and non-kinetic issues, some sociological issues, and of course our readiness to partner with them as a state and as local government. And the community and the government of Bauchi is ready to assist and to be with them all through this period. And we are really good to go. I want to seize the opportunity to reassure our communities that they are not left alone. Certainly, it will take it will take some time before this thing is really taken care of. Muna godiya wa Allah, kun ga abin da shugaban ƙasa mai girma President Bala Ahmed Tinubu ya yi bayan na tafi a madadin mutanen Bauchi da kuma gwamnatin jihar Bauchi, inda muka nemi taimako na musamman bisa wannan mummunan ibtila'i da ya same mu a ƙasan Duguri, dogon ruwa, Kafi, Mansur, Digare, Yalo da kuma Fito da kuma wajen Gwana, inda mutane ɓata gari suka shigo suna cin mana mutunci. To lallai wannan hubbasa da shugaban ƙasa ya yi ta hannun babban hafsan sojoji na ƙasa, wato Chief of Army Staff, wanda ya turo hafsan da yake kula da yankinmu na nan, wato Plateau, Bauchi, Gombe, Abtu Taraba. Mun ji daɗi ƙwarai da gaske da bayyana mun abubuwan da suke ƙoƙarin yi, kuma wanda suka taso suke mutanenmu suna ganin su suna shiga wurin, to a ba su haɗin kai. Sun zo gyara ne, kuma mun tattauna waɗansu abubuwan da suke tasowa, musamman ma wannan wato haƙo ma'adanai da ake yi, wato mining wanda ba yi da kyau, wanda mun gaya mutane abu ne na gwamnatin tarayya. Kada mutum kawai samu daji ya fara tono. Komai da ka gani akwai uzuri, kuma akwai dama da ake bayarwa a gwamnatance, ko mu ma a jihance ba mu da iko mu ba da wani dama ya haƙo ma'adanai sai gwamnatin tarayya. Kamar man fetur ne, wanda da shi ne muke ci muke sha a matsayinmu na mutanen Najeriya, to haka ma'adanai suke. Da Allah mutane su haƙuri su san cewa wannan ba daidai ba ne, kuma wannan ne ke haifar da irin wannan munanan alƙaba'i da kuma yadda mutanenmu suke da haƙiƙan cewa kan abin da ba na gaskiya ba. Mun gode wa shugaban ƙasa.
Last week, we had the unfortunate incident of terrorists overrunning Mansur and surrounding villages. Based on that, His Excellency saw the President over the weekend or a few days ago, and the Chief of Army Staff has directed me to come here and make sure that that community is cleared. And that is why I came to have a discussion with the governor to let you know I'm here, and we are going to clear that place immediately.
That's all on this week's edition of Bauchi in Focus on Trust TV. I'm Ibrahim Ismail. Join us in the next episode. Thanks for watching.